We're overriding what we were saying before. Hi, how's it going? What's up? Okay, yeah. No, we're going to totally talk about something else now, I guess. I don't care. We're going to talk about whatever we're going to talk about. Okay, this is what happened. So, hi, YouTube. It's me and my best friend, and we're drunk. And we had a whole other thing going on. But, his awesome PC didn't fucking record it. And, my YouTube peeps out there should know that I use a Mac. So I was a little confused on how to do things because, his PC is all kinds of fucking retarded.
Like pretentious, if you ask
me. Well, the way that I see it is that, I'm entirely too intelligent because of my Mac usage to understand a fucking simple PC. It's too simplistic for me. So anyway,
damn files and folders.
We had this whole conversation going on. We were talking about, nice. There was a racism thing going on, and we were talking about how we were both surfers at one time, and people fucked us over, and we were talking about how we were drinking, which we're still doing. And I'm going to drink heavily now more because it pisses me off.
Alright, would you care for...
Yeah, I need another drink. If we're going to go get that, I'll just continue to talk to the people. That's Ryan, by the way.
I'm a YouTube virgin.
Oh, he's a virgin of the YouTube. So yeah, if you want to refill our drinks, and I'll fill the people in about something else.
Yes,
is that
massa.
What you want to do? Yeah, yes,
yes,
massa.
Yes, massa.
Anything
you want. Yes, massa. I'm just gonna go have a... Yeah, I'm done.
Well, don't try to get any aspirin, because there's that joke. Did I tell you that joke yet?
Yes.
I'm not going to tell you that joke. I can't tell you that joke, YouTube, because it's way too funny. Here's what's going on. I've been drinking, and I keep looking at myself in this, and I look like my mother a lot. So that's cool. She's a good-looking woman, but I look like her way too much.
She is a good-looking woman. Just from what I've seen of the pictures.
Please don't talk about my mother like that. That's weird.
Is that weird?
It is weird that you're talking about my mother, about her being attractive. Like, that's strange.
Why is that a bad thing?
Because, I don't want to think of you in the sexy with mama.
Well, now that you've mentioned it, I'm thinking about it.
I bet you are, Panama Red.
I don't get the reference.
You don't get the Panama Red reference?
No, I have no idea.
Who out there gets the Panama Red reference?
Raise your
Chime
hand.
in. Oh, yes. Meet the Parents. Sure you do, Panama Red. You never seen that movie? Anyway, whatever. So here's the thing. So since I have to start my whole rants again.
I know, I just...
It's fine. People asking for their wings fried hard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
steaks well done.
Steaks well done.
Not burnt.
Yeah, well done but not burnt. The fact that at one point I had somebody say to me, "Who did cook my steak?"
Oh, is this that?
I'm pretty sure you know what color they are by my accent. Anyway,
Are they Creole? We'll get it.
Who did cook my steak?
Who dat?
Who did cook my steak? And I went, one of the cooks. You tell him he cooked my steak so good my pussy's wet. Yeah, that happened. That really happened. And I was like, whoa. I went in the back and I told the cook, I said, listen, you're making pussies wet out there. Watch out. Stop cooking those steaks. Go good at Black Bees.
Blacklebees? Oh, see, that's where we went. We should sell.
Whoops.
We had the Boone's Farm conversation.
Oh, the Boone's Farm. How about this? I get a glass of that white Zinfandel Fields.
Zinfandel Fields?
Yeah, Zinfandel Fields. I get a glass of that white Zinfandel Fields.
Goodness.
I don't have Zinfandel Fields. You know what I'm talking about. What Zinfandel Fields? Well, I have Zinfandel. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about then. What's it for fields? You're right, lady. White Zinfandel fields. You know what? Put some Sprite and some grenadine in that.
Why is it always grenadine?
'Cause they
Grenadine makes
love
everything better.
Carrie. And I'm
Hey.
like, really? I'm going to go down the street. Why would I take White Zinfandel fields, Zinfandel, and then put Sprite and grenadine in it when I could just go down the street and for $2.50 I can get you a Boone's Farm.
Not $2.50, folks.
No, $2.50. I get you a Boone's Farm. Except for you, yeah, I'm hearing that. That's not alarm. I'm thinking I can make you that drink, or you can get a whole giantness. Like I'm talking like, oh man, there you go, like that big of a fucking bottle for like $2.50. I'm gonna make you a glass like this big for like $5 of the same thing. Doesn't make any sense. Why did you even come to a bar? You know what a bar is? I don't know.
I still...
Let's do the cha-cha slide. Okay, go ahead.
Cha-cha. I think the Wobble Baby is the big dance now.
Wobble. Wait, what's that one? Is that wiggle.
Oh, well, they did a, that's
that one's
the,
better.
Cause I'm
Oh,
sick.
wiggle.
Do.
Cause I'm
Now, have
sexy
you seen
and
the,
I know it.
Well, now they've got an Elmo
Nobody wants to
version.
see that. I'm
Have
sorry.
you seen the Elmo version?
The Elmo?
Yeah, there's an Elmo version. Yeah.
Shut up.
It's I'm Elmo and I know it. It's look, kids look at these crayons. Kids look at these crayons. I make art. Rather than I look
Elmo's making art.
And then when it gets to the wiggle part, it's tickle, yeah. It's phenomenal.
You know what?
Tickle,
It's
yeah.
probably tickle for all kinds of guys who are roofing people's drinks too.
Is there something wrong with people's drinks?
Tickle. I don't know. That just happened.
Yeah, that's that.
Didn't we have music?
Yeah.
Music. We had the music and now it's gone. Doodle-doo. I'm been drinking again. Hi YouTube. How's it going? At one point my videos were interesting.
The last video was actually interesting.
Just really great.
VeggieTales?
No, I'm talking to YouTube. I'm talking to you. Your house is cold. Like, okay, I'm at the friend's house, and his house is really fucking cold. And what I'm thinking about that is that, he just paid his heat bill, or he just trying to save some cash. That's what he just said, saving some cash. Right, well, I'm fucking freezing. So anyway, that's what I'm thinking. There is this girl out there, and she's pretty hilarious, and I like her a lot, and I don't think I need to name her name at this point, but she sits around and does this thing, and she's like, this is what drunk girls do, and this is what black guys do, and this is what, I love her, but she's totally right with the drunk girls thing. Mostly she's like, yeah, they cry, they do that, and sometimes they just make you do videos. That's what she missed. That's all I'm saying. Anyway.
Want to do a shot?
Of what? What are you
Jack.
shouting? This guy wants to do a shot.
Yeah. It'd be on YouTube.
Oh, well, if it's on the YouTube, then yeah, I want to do that. I'd do a shot of fucking balls right now. If it was on YouTube.
I didn't get the memo.
Yeah, right. Also, that would be weird.
It
Not doing
would.
that. We're not doing that. We're not shotting balls right now.
It would alienate a lot of people. Like some really good Christian people would be like, I just can't watch this anymore.
I am done.
This is just over the line.
I loved Jesus, and then they were shotting balls.
Wait, no, you loved Jesus. That was past tense. You said loved.
Oh, I mean, I love
Okay.
Jesus.
That's what I know.
Or maybe it was I loved Jesus, and then I watched them shot
So
balls.
then we just broke.
And then Jesus and I were like, we're so done. Me and Jesus are not even friends anymore, let alone in love. Because I love him.
Can you unfriend Jesus on
Do you,
Facebook?
do you want me to tell you something about Jesus? Oh, my favorite thing about Jesus is when people are like, I found Jesus. Did you find Jesus? And I was like, yeah, he was hiding under my bed that whole time. That's fucking awesome. Because you know what? He is like the best at hide and seek. Fucking Jesus was under my bed the entire time. I didn't even think to look there. I looked in my closet. I looked in my old brown shoe. I fucking looked under my car. Like, I'm going, where is he? Under the bed. The entire time. He is great at hide and seek. And then I found him. And then I was like, you know what? You stay where you're at. And I don't really care. That's how I felt about Jesus. And finding him. So, I want to sing along to this song, but I also want to get paid for this. So I can't. Alright. So we're going to do a shot, but then you're going to put Coke in it? Coke is in Coca-Cola, the classic version, not,
New
know.
Coke.
No, I just meant like I'm not gonna snort it up my nose.
Well, that would be an awkward thing to put into a shot of Jack.
I don't know what you do when you're on Coke.
I would think that wouldn't help the shot at all. Be like
Why
flour.
not?
No, here's that.
All right, here it is. Cheers. Cheers. Good like this, so we're cheersing the people out there in case they're drinking too, which would be the best.
We'll have to watch this. They probably are. Coke takes the edge off. That was awful. I'd have rather done Jaeger.
Yeah.
I'd have rather done the Jaeger shots I did earlier.
That's
Ooh,
how
what
I
kind of
feel.
shots did you do today? At work?
At work?
Yes.
Oh, I get to drink at work.
Well,
I actually made up a shot recently, caramel apple shots, and I made there's an expensive version of the caramel apple shot, and then I made up a cheap version so that our shot girl, because if you're a shot girl, the shot girls drinks are only $3 a shot. I sell my shots for $5.50. So if I want the shot girl to sell things to other people, I have to try to make a shot that's actually way cheaper, and by using cheaper liquors. So I made a caramel apple shot for the shot girl.
what's it?
It is just butter shots and apple booger. Super simple,
Easy.
but totally tastes delicious. And so once she decided to start selling those tonight, I had quite a few patrons want to buy them for me because they were like, "Oh, you made that up? This is delicious." So I had like, I don't know, 4 or 5 of them. And then later on I had a couple people buy me other shots, which I'm not going to name the names of because they were shots that have actual names. But I probably like 2 of those. And then after work, while I was counting my money down, I wanted to have a shift drink. So, which means
An
it's
official.
Which means it's
an official.
free.
An official drink.
Yeah. So
Better
I
be unofficial.
had a beer of the Canadian type. And
Well, there's a couple different Canadian beers.
right, exactly. That's why I can say that because I'm trying not to use
No, I know.
names. But the best, if that helps. And if you're a hockey player, you know what that is. But anyway, I did that, and then we sat after work. We sat around and like chatted and hung out for a minute. It was nice. But yeah, it was actually fairly busy tonight. Not too bad.
Even with the roads as they were.
Yeah, that's another thing. I never understood this. The funniest thing to me about working in a bar is that people want to come out when the roads are the worst. Like, you know, we live in it. Hold on, I have to tell YouTube this because there's people all over. But we live in a state that actually gets a lot of snow. We live in Michigan, and so people are like, "Oh, the roads are great. The weather's great. Not coming to the bar." But the second that there's like a big snow and the roads are shit, and like, you know, like every 3 seconds there's, you know, some kind of weather advisory telling you that you need to stay at home. They want to come out to the bar. I have no idea why that's.
In this state, we don't blink an eye at driving in a foot of snow. Like, oh, what? It's a blizzard outside. I'm gonna go across town.
But the thing is,
like, it
find
doesn't scare us at all.
It doesn't scare us, but why? Why is it that the second that there's a lot of bad weather that we want to go out? It's like the same with rain. When it's raining a lot, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go to the mall right now because I need to return something. I need to pick up something. And I'm like, there's not going to be anybody at the mall. And I always think there's not going to be anybody at the mall when it's raining. But there's always, everyone's at the mall when it's raining. And I'm talking like, it could be like a Monday afternoon where everybody should probably be at work. And I go to the mall on a Monday afternoon and it's fucking packed because it's raining. But when it's beautiful, sunshiny days, nobody's anywhere. Like, everybody is only out when the weather's bad. And I don't understand that.
Maybe it's because you're out when the weather's bad. It's like having a blue car and then noticing all the blue cars.
And, you know, you think that, but everybody else has said the same thing. Like, the bar business is the biggest with. When the weather is bad, that's when people are out.
Because what else are you going to do?
You know, last weekend was like, the entire weekend was like a Monday night in my bar. Like, nobody was there. At all. But then this weekend has been so busy. And it's because the weather is crappy. And the people are like, yeah, crappy weather. I guess if I'm drunk, I might as well fucking drive out and put my car in a ditch. Why not?
Well, the weather kind of snuck up on us, though. So people might have already had that plan out. So if we have a whole day of bad weather, will it be the same?
Yeah.
Is there a way to test that? I don't think there is. I think it's just luck of the draw.
That's true.
People who
Do you know what's really funny is that,
yes.
I'm sorry. If you just say yes, then I can't say anything, but I will. Are you looking at the screen here? Like, it looks like we're in two totally different things. Because, like, I'm behind this wall here and you're behind the other one, so it looks darker. I'm just saying, like, look, we're actually here. Do you get what I'm saying?
I do.
Like, it looks
I want
like
to quote a movie that I know that has the same kind of thing, but I can't.
What movie?
So,
well,
no, you can't. It's a Fawshank Simpsons.
you can say shocking.
Can I say that? I know that. I don't know what I could say.
That is my favorite Stephen
It's very.
King.
It's the part where Dufresne's standing against the wall.
Oh,
He's standing
yeah.
up, and the lights. It's dark above him.
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman's sitting down.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
perfect.
I'm Andy Dufresne.
I would have
darker
went with
behind me.
something else.
You're Morgan Freeman.
though.
You're a black guy.
I'm a black man. I've never been a black man before.
So everything you say now is going to sound like Morgan Freeman's voice. Exactly. That's his laugh.
You know what? I should probably narrate some penguins.
Absolutely. Because why wouldn't you if you had Morgan Freeman's voice? He does a show on TV about sciencey stuff, and it's amazing. I have never been so enthralled with like science and physics as when he starts talking about it. Like, he knows what he's talking about. He's got a cue card in front of him.
Well,
but I go,
yeah.
You're the smartest man in the world. There's Einstein and Morgan Freeman.
Well, because his voice just sounds intelligent.
Absolutely.
It has nothing to do with the
It's an
cue
amazing
card.
voice.
You know he has a cue card. You know that he's very, but it still sounds so smart.
Well, he sounds like my dentist, which is amazing. I want him to do a play-by-play. Every time he gets in my mouth, it's like, and now I'm going with the incisor. I can't even do it. It's freaking amazing, though.
When are you taking your Christmas tree down?
Yeah, well.
Let's talk about that. Because you know what? My Christmas tree, not gonna lie, not down. But I've at least taken all the decorations off of it.
Listen, I can't. I grew up in a trailer park. I have till July.
Because you grew up in a trailer park, you had to leave your tree up? That's
No,
not
I
how it
have
works.
up until like less than or equal to July. So anytime up to then, I'm good.
And do you know, my mom and I have this joke that when people leave their Christmas lights on outside up until July, we want to go like in July to the people who have their Christmas lights on and like Christmas carol, sing songs and see if they'll turn their lights on for us.
That would be awesome. Somebody came to my house and be like, "Flip."
Because I feel like if somebody came to my house and sang, I was like, oh, they want me to put these lights on. Or these people would be like, you fucking dicks, and then throw like watermelons at me. I don't know.
Really?
But,
Watermelons? Whose house are you going to?
People who like watermelons.
So do they serve chicken too? Are we back then? Are we circular? Are we coming back to that?
I was just thinking like fruit in the summer.
Who says who goes to the
I'm a racist, doodly-doo.
who goes to the kitchen and goes, I have things to choose from. I have an orange, I have a cantaloupe, I have a grapefruit, and a watermelon. I'm going to pick up the heaviest of the suckers and throw it at this person.
Well, because that would hurt them most.
1 of 4. You know what I think the cantaloupe.
Because I've hurt their feelings, and so they're like, what will hurt them most?
The cantaloupe you can throw harder, and it's smaller. I think the cantaloupe wins. The orange is embarrassing because you're like, oh, now I've got orange on me, because you know it's going to explode, especially if you...
I'm pretty sure if they're leaving their lights up all year round, they don't have any of the fruits. In fact, they probably have, like, old potatoes and maybe, like, moldy bread.
Have you ever been hit with an old potato? It hurts.
It probably does. And then it probably smells afterwards.
That's the sound it makes. It just dissipates.
Old potato!
It just like, evaporates into the air. You go, what happened to that potato? It hit me. And now it's gone. Oh, bye, potato. See you later, potato head.
Hey,
So if you get hit in
potato. Where you going, potato? I just made that up. It was pretty good.
It was gay.
It's gay, but it was pretty good.
No, very homo.
Hey!
Hey.
That's pretty good. I'm living a life which means I'm pretty drunk, YouTube.
People actually watch this. Like at this point, if you're watching it, you're 5. You know,
High five. I'm watching this.
Because you made it through 22 minutes and 55 seconds. Like the most.
That is way more time than you should spend watching this. I mean, really, though.
I mean, there's a fast forward button, folks.
What I really mean is, spend more time. Please spend more time here. And come back, because it'll be even better.
You should be spending time with your kids.
Drunk best friend rantings. This is our first episode, but it will continue.
Your kids
like
miss you. You're
if
watching
you like
this
it.
and they want to play Bakugan's. You're
if
ignoring
you
them.
like this, it can get better.
Daddy, please play Bakugan's.
I don't know what that means.
Please stop watching the YouTube video with those crazy fuckers.
Don't you listen to him.
She's crazier than me.
But don't
She's 7 shades of crazy. I've known her for all of 3 minutes.
He's lying. He's so biased.
I'm not a liar. I'm not a liar. I stretch the truth like taffy.
Stretches it like
I turn it and I fold it.
Years of stretching. Alright, you two. We're done.
That's called calisthenics of the mind.
Those are big words.
Calisthenics means stretching.
I know what calisthenics
I didn't know if you needed.
The YouTube people don't.
I didn't know if you needed an etymological definition. Etymological definition.
Don't listen to him. It's time for you to go to bed, YouTube. Hey, don't tickle me. Don't tickle me on
You
video.
have nails. Stop that.
I will.